Alright, ladies and gents, I think it is just about time to get the stream started today. Everything looks good to go, so why don't we go ahead and get things rolling here. Now would be a good time to insert ads. No thank you, YouTube, I'm good. Welcome everybody back again to another stream. Today is stream number 262. I'm here by myself today, unfortunately. Kat just came in here, said that she wanted to sleep a bit more. I said that's totally okay. You get your rest, and I will be doing the stream by my lonesome today. No big deal. But in terms of today's stream, we have ourselves a tier list that we're going to be doing. That's going to be the big event of today's stream. But before we get started with that, let's go over our streaming schedule. We stream Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 Central. Daily updates on the community tab. As always, feel free to check that. If I'm not here during any given stream time, usually there's going to be an update there waiting for you guys. But in terms of today's stream, like I said, we are going to be doing a tier list. We're going to get started with that here in a couple of minutes. But before we do, how are you guys doing on this lovely Tuesday evening? It is Tuesday. Ah, yes, Tuesday, November 29th. November is almost over already. Isn't that crazy? Or is that just me? Do I sound old in saying that? Hey, November's almost over. That's crazy. Totally. But how are you guys doing today on this lovely Tuesday? Garfield can hate Mondays. I hate Tuesdays. Well, hopefully Tuesday wraps up pretty quick for you. Sorry to hear that Tuesdays are a bummer day for you. Tuesdays are kind of just meh for me as well. You know, you're not at the beginning of the week, but you're also nowhere near the end. So it's kind of a weird day for me. I understand. Doing great. Awesome. Glad to hear. There's a big winter storm coming. Not ready for it. Yeah, winter storms are never fun. Today it's been really rainy. It hasn't been snowy here. It's just been raining all day. I actually had a couple couple of packages downstairs, went to go grab them earlier, and they were all covered in water. The contents inside were fine though, thank goodness, but the packages themselves were pretty soaked. But, you know, been sick. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you get better soon. I've been feeling a little under the weather as well recently. I kind of have a little bit of a cold, a little bit of a sniffly nose as well. I guess 'tis the season, you know. Time to get the colds on. But you know, whatever works, I suppose. Let's see. It feels like November just started and now it's ending. I know, it's going by quick. I guess November was pretty fun. You know what they say, time flies when you're having the fun, or whatever the catchphrase is. I have no idea there. Love winter storms despite living in a northern state. It really only snows once or twice here. Understandable. Yeah, I mean, winter storms here, when they hit hard. But we haven't had like a big one yet, and knock on wood, we don't have one for a while. Like I said, all the snow is pretty much gone out there. It's just been raining pretty much all day today, so that's melted the remainder of the snow, and it is quite warm outside too, for being almost December. I think it's like in the 30s or 40s. So, you know, it's not too bad. If I can get rid of my weather thing there. There we go. Did I watch the second trailer for the Super Mario Brothers movie? I did, yeah. Saw it when I woke up today. Kind of watched it when I was half asleep, but I got the gist of it. It looks pretty fun. That might be the only Illumination movie that I actually, you know, want to see, and maybe that'll be the only one that I actually enjoy. Who's to say? I don't know how good the movie is going to be when it's finally out and about, but you know, it looks good. It looks decent. You know, I recognize all the little references. Oh, there's the raccoon Mario. Oh, there's Mario Kart. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, I liked the trailer. It wasn't too bad. Hopefully the movie actually turns out to be as good as these trailers have been. So, can't wait until it's December and I have to go shopping. Yeah, a lot of us will be doing our Christmas shopping in December. I actually have a little bit of it done already. I got gifts for my parents. Still have yet to buy for my siblings, but I will get them something obviously before Christmas time is here. But yeah, December, November, big months for shopping and stuffses. We don't get snow where we are. Yeah, I will say, snow, when it starts out here, it's kind of like, you know, oh, it's snowing, how fantastic. And then it eventually just gets to the point where it's too much, and we just want it all gone. So around around mid-January is when that feeling really starts to settle in. In December, when you start to see the little flurries, it's kind of cute and wholesome, but then it just gets painful and whatnot. So yeah, there's my quick thoughts on snow. Am I a big fan of Pokemon or God of War? Pokemon, yes. God of War, no. I've never played a God of War game, but I do like Pokemon. I may or may not have been playing the heck out of Pokemon Scarlet this past weekend. So, yeah, I'll say Pokemon for sure. Been a fan of Pokemon since Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl era stuff. So, yeah, that's what I got going on. Let's see. Seth Rogen beats up Chris Pratt. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was pretty funny. I liked that quite a bit. Yeah, I liked the trailer. It wasn't too bad. I got to rewatch it now that I'm a little bit more awake and energized, you know, because like I said, I watched it when I was like half asleep, so I got to watch it again so I can catch more references. Did they say something about Mario Galaxy, or am I just making that up? Was I just still hallucinating? Do I own NRGJ, and where do you think I could buy them? I do own NRGJ. I do have all of the NRG Ninja. NRGJ was by far the worst to buy, just because of its price. But you can find it on Bricklink. Let's see if we can actually go on Bricklink together here and see if we can find it for a decent price. Let's see what... Oop, I spelled J wrong. Don't ask me how. NRGJ. The minifigure. Yeah, see, the minifigure, it's gonna be a little weird. Here, let me show you quick, if I can find my screen share. Right now, this is what we're going for. The cheapest that you can find NRGJ on Bricklink is for $24.60 US, and that comes from Russia. What's the highest price? Oh, it's only $223. No big deal. NRGJ is definitely one of the worst figures to buy for your collection. One of the most expensive ones to buy, too. I think I paid maybe $50 for mine. I found mine on Mercari, so if you want a little bit more of a cheaper option, I'd say check out eBay, Mercari, all those fun places. But yeah, that figure goes for quite a bit on the secondhand market. I don't know why. Maybe the NRGJ spinners were like super rare or something, but I don't know. Couldn't tell you the story as to why they're so expensive, but yeah, they are. So yeah, rip bank account, that's for sure. Are we doing a tier list? Yes, we will. We will be doing that in a few moments here. Peach says that there are so many galaxies. Okay. Maybe I'm like reading too much into that. Maybe I'm like, oh my god, Mario Galaxy reference. I used to play a lot of Mario Galaxy back when I had my Wii console. So maybe I was a little bit too excited. I was like, oh my god, Rosalina's here? My goodness. No. Looking too far into that. Let's see. Thoughts on Pokemon Scarlet? It's pretty good. I like it. A little buggy, but you know, I think the story's decent. I think that Gen 9 in general has made quite the impression on me. So I've got no real issues with Scarlet and Violet. I kind of like them, even though I know they're not like perfect games. You know, I thought they were okay. So, let's see. My goodness. Visiting Wisconsin soon. Any chance to meet you? I'm not really too sure. Oh, hey, look, we got bots in the chat already. Fantastic. Usually I'm kind of like a hermit. I stay in my house and don't really go anywhere. So there's not really a high chance that you'll see me in the wild, but you know, if you do, I'll say hi to you, you know, but on the off chance that you're in the same location as me, you know. But like I said, I live in my house primarily. I'm a hermit. I don't really go anywhere. That was a new bot. It was. That was 69 triple X life. Wow. What a great username these bots have, man. These bots are so creative. Oh my god. Why don't we get going on the tier list? I think it's about time to boot up the tier list. I have something very special in store for you guys today. And let's see if I can boot up the chat on my phone so I can monitor the chat as we do this lovely tier list. Ooh, you didn't see the bot? Consider yourself lucky. The bots sometimes show up in the chat. I don't know who thinks they're funny sending the bots here, but you know, whenever works, right? And or character tier list. You know, as awesome as that would be, I decided to do this tier list right here. If I can share my screen, there we go. This is a Garmadon comic covers tier list. I thought this could be fun to do. This tier list was made by AppleJuiceFan80 over on Twitter, so feel free to give them a follow if you guys so desire, and go over to Best Buy. They have, you know, you can save up to $300 on Galaxy tablets. Oh boy, my goodness. But yeah, we got the Garmadon covers here for the Garmadon comic. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are many different comic covers for this series. Even though there's only like 5 issues, a lot of those issues do have variant covers, and we have a nice little selection of Garmadon covers here that we can rank on the tier list. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this a video. I might in the future, but no guarantee. I just kind of want to do this for fun here. If I feel the need to make this into a video later on, I definitely will. For our tiers, we have perfect, pretty good, decent, meh, or terrible. Just looking at these really quick, there's not like a terrible one. I don't think. There's not one that I downright hate. There are some that are better than others, though. And again, this will just be my own opinion. I don't really need to say that, but maybe for some folks I do. No big deal. But yeah, Garmadon cover tier list is what we're going to be doing today. So let's strap in and dive on into it. Where do you find the comic? I bought my copies digitally on Amazon. Each issue is like maybe $3 on Amazon. I get it sent to my Kindle app, and I read them on there. I also do have reviews for all of the comic issues on the channel, so if you want to hear my thoughts on them, feel free to check them out. There will be a playlist on the channel that you can find with all of my Garmadon reviews. The comic series is pretty good. Would totally recommend it. And it is canon. Confirmed to be canon. Even though it has some type of continuity problems, Tom Andreasen confirmed that it was canon. So, first one, we have kind of like a twofer here. We got this one that I'm going to start with Garmadon and the Great Devourer. I kind of like this one. It's not my favorite. I think I'm going to put this one in the pretty good tier. Like I said, pretty decent cover, but not my absolute favorite. And the black and white rendition of it is also pretty much the same for me. And also feel free to rank these along with me if you guys want to in the chat. But yeah, this one's not too bad. Shows Garmadon fighting the Great Devourer. Does the Great Devourer show up in the comic series? He does not. A lot of these covers do not, I guess, accurately portray the comics themselves. But they are neat little references to past Ninjago stuff. So can't really complain too much about that there. But yeah, Great Devourer cover. I don't mind it. I'm going to take a sip of my water quick before we continue. There we go. Perfect. Heard that Pokemon might be ending. I don't think so. I think Pokemon is still going to be going strong. Maybe the anime might be taking a break, but the games are still going strong. We just launched a new gen, so internet sucks right now. Oh man, hopefully it gets better for you. That's never good, having internet problems and stuff. Very good, not just pretty good, but not perfect. Understandable. This one right here, this cover, it's like Garmadon with with Legacy Kai. I'm gonna put this one in the decent section. I'm not a huge fan of this cover, but it isn't bad per se. I do like the inclusion of Kai. Kind of harkens back to those days where Kai and Garmadon just kind of hated each other's guts for no reason. Kind of brings me back to the season 1 era of stuff. So I'll say decent for this one. How many covers do we have here? Quite a few. Quite a few covers. Even though there's only 5 issues, like I said, there's a lot of different covers depending on what issue you are reading. So Garmadon with Kai, decent. Thoughts on Crystallized? It's pretty good overall. If you want to check out my individual episode reviews, feel free to do so. I got a playlist on the channel. But overall, as a season, I think it is fine. Just fine. Not perfect, not terrible, just fine. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was my bones cracking. I don't know why. Don't we just love how many Legacy Kais there are? Totally. Legacy Kai, everybody knows about Legacy Kai. This cover right here with Garmadon, he's got a sword. Who's in the sword? It's Lloyd. I kind of like that. At the same time, though, there are better covers out there. So I'll say decent for this one, too. But I'll put it above this one right here because I like it a little bit more. I do like this cover. I like how Lloyd is like reflected in the blade of the sword. That's not too bad there. I don't know. Kind of like that one. It's not too bad. Do you think Kai felt like an older brother protecting Lloyd when his dad was around? Yeah, I guarantee it. Kai and Lloyd kind of have that sibling dynamic going. So, you know, Kai being the older brother, Lloyd being the younger brother. I feel like Kai was just trying to protect Lloyd a lot during the first couple of seasons. That's for sure. Feel like it's a bit simplistic. That's fair. Yeah, some of these other comics do a great job with, you know, I guess organizing chaos, for lack of a better phrase. This one right here, Garmadon standing in front of smoke. I don't know about this one. I'm going to say meh, honestly. I'm not a huge fan of that one. Kind of boring in my opinion, no? He's just standing in front of the smoke cloud. Nothing really else is going on. I like the font color there, or the logo color with the orange. I like that, but honestly, that cover is kind of boring. Not a huge fan of that one, to be honest. Just my opinion, though. What about Green Flame? I'm not a huge Green Flame shipper. I get why people ship it, but I kind of see them as more of like siblings, like I said. So I don't really ship Green Flame all that much, but I'm not going to like, you know, jump on someone who does. I'm not going to be that type of person. This one right here is also quite boring and quite simplistic. But it is pretty decent, I'd say. It's a nice teaser image for the Garmadon comic. It's also kind of iconic, being like one of the first images that we saw related to this comic series. So I'll say decent for this one, too. So far, we got some pretty goods, some decents, and some mez. Yeah, not a huge fan of this cover right down here, I will say. This one, the colors on this one aren't too bad, eh? This one looks pretty interesting in terms of, like, a color scheme. I kind of like that. You know what? I'll put that in the pretty good section. I like it. It's a bit simplistic, sure, but I like the colors. I think it definitely has some interesting colors going on here in terms of how it's portraying Garmadon and how powerful he is. So I will say pretty good for this cover right here. And for reference, I'm not really sure what covers belong to what issues here, so sorry I can't really specify that. I'm just doing what I can with what I got, that type of meme. Excuse me while I take a sip of my water, but that's what we got so far. I like when covers are very dynamic in placing in character poses. You want your eyes to start somewhere and then draw your eyes into where you want the viewer to look. That's a good way of looking at it. That's a great way of looking at it, actually. Yeah, I mean, I'm judging these just based on personal opinion, you know, just kind of like looking at it and being like, oh, hey, do I like this one? Do I not like this one? It's kind of like a yes or no switch in my head, but that's a great way of looking at it. I like that. I like how that interpretation is set up there. Good job. This one right here isn't too bad. I like the colors on this one too. And Garmadon's doing a bit of an action pose there. Can't really go wrong with that one. I will put that in the pretty good section above the Great Devourer one, I'll say. That's how I will rank that one right there. I do like that one. Garmadon looks maniacal and evil as usual. Fantastic portrayal of Garmadon's character there. Can't really go wrong with that cover. I like it quite a bit. Gotta head out. All right, Miles. Hope to see you again in the next stream. Thanks for being here for this one. Green Flame sounds cool, but is non-canon. Yeah, a lot of popular Ninjago ships just aren't canon, and that's okay. You know, I mean, ships are going to happen no matter if they're canon or not. And like I said, I do understand why people will ship Green Flame. I just don't personally ship it, but that's just my opinion. The ship that scares me the most is Kai and Moro. I didn't know that was a thing. That's a thing. I mean, sure. I mean, every ship is a thing, right? But I don't really see Kai and Moro either. I don't really ship Moro with anybody, to be honest. I do like, I do kind of like the Moro and Harumi ship a little bit, when they were both dead, quote unquote, because, you know, they're kind of made for each other. They're both, Lloyd enemies, and they're both, edgelords, so maybe Moro and Harumi should be together. I don't know what to say there. Not going to be in chat for a few minutes, but I'm still here. All right, Lizzie, thanks for letting me know. No big deal. Do you know Pokemon Amore shipping? I do. I quite like Amore shipping. I was a huge fan of the X and Y anime, and I liked that pairing with Ash and Serena quite a bit. This one right here, this cover is awesome. I'm going to put this one in the perfect section right there. It's Garmadon standing on top of his skeleton army. Nice green color. I like that. That is probably my favorite cover that we've seen so far. I think that one looks pretty cool. I wonder what issue that's for. I do kind of want to collect all the variant covers for this Garmadon comic. I think that could be a fun collection to start, but maybe I'll start that a little bit later. I'm not really sure where I could find these comics, to be honest. Like, physically, I don't have a comic shop near me. I'm sure on eBay I could track that one down, or track down all of these, rather. But I do like this one. This is definitely a perfect one for me. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see. As you said before, they're Legos, but don't show Twitter this stream. Yeah, I don't really, you know, it's not that big of a deal, you know. Oh, this person is shipping the wrong Lego with the other wrong Lego. Oh, no. Cancel them. No, I don't subscribe to that idea. You guys know that. Love this color. Love this cover. Excuse me. The colors, the pose, the skeletons in the foreground just draw you towards Garmadon a lot more in a sort of zigzag motion. That is true. I like that. And you see some recognizable skeletons there too. A couple frack jaws, it seems. So fantastic cover. First one in the perfect section. This one right here isn't too bad either. Maybe a little bit, I don't know. There's something about this one. I don't want to put it in perfect, but I'll put it in pretty good. It kind of has Garmadon and Wu and Lloyd on it. Not too bad. They're kind of like at an angle there. I like the logo color with green. Not too bad. I don't know what's preventing me from putting it in perfect, though. Maybe it's a little bit too busy, but then again, this one was pretty busy, but I like how that's set up a little bit more. I don't know how to feel about this one. I'll say pretty good for right now. Maybe I'll change it a little bit later. Maybe I'll bump it up to perfect, but pretty good is still pretty good. That's still like a B if we're going A, B, C, D, F. I don't know. This one right here with Sensei Garmadon. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this one. There's a couple of covers like that. We already ranked one of them in the pretty good section, but this one is literally just Sensei Garmadon. I like the blue background though. Maybe I'll put it in the decent section. It's not terrible. I think right there is a good spot for it. I don't mind that cover. It's just Sensei Garmadon, you know, nothing more, nothing less. At least this one had some weird stuff going on with the eyes, or some interesting stuff, I should say. But this one, I don't know. Not a huge fan of this one right here. Like, it's okay, but it's just like, just a little meh for me. Or ranking covers? Yes, indeed. All of the Garmadon covers for the Garmadon comic. Because there's a lot of pretty cool ones out there. This one right here is the next one. It's a little bit simplistic. There's a lot of open space on here. I'll put this one in the meh section. Honestly, I'll put it below the Smoky Garmadon. Not a huge fan of this one. I mean, I don't even know where he's supposed to be. The underworld there, maybe? I see some skeleton stuff there. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot of nothing going on here. A lot of empty space. I don't know, maybe that's just me nitpicking, but I'm going to put it in the meh section. Not a huge fan of that one. Just my personal humble opinion right there. Let's see. Cyrus Borg did not touch grass and crystallized, especially in the infamous episode 24. Yeah, he was in his building for a long time. He didn't even know the world was ending outside until he opened up his window and was like, oh my god, look at that, the world's ending. Maybe I should actually get involved with this one, eh? Who knows? Corridor of Elders? Yeah, I suppose it kind of looks like the Corridor of Elders. I'm not really sure where he's supposed to be here. Yeah, some type of canyon. Maybe the corridor. Who's to say? Gonna head out. Might be able to come back later. See you tomorrow. All right, Hiccup. Hope to see you again real soon. Thanks for being here. This one right here with Garmadon, and he's like jumping into a mouth or jumping out of a mouth. I like it. I kind of like that one. I'll say perfect. I like the colors on it too. Kind of the muted blues and purples. I'm a huge fan of that. I also like how Garmadon's luscious locks are flowing in the wind there. For those that don't know, Garmadon has excellent hair in this comic series. It's amazing. 10 out of 10 head of hair right there. But yeah, I do like this one. I think that one was for issue number 2. Can't go wrong with that cover right there. I like that one quite a bit. Definitely one of my favorite ones. Cover draws you towards Garmadon in the spiral motion with the teeth. I do like that as well. I think he's centered quite nicely on the picture there. I like that. He's like jumping out of a mouth or into a mouth, you know, tomato, tomato. I just think it looks pretty cool. Do I think that Garmadon could shapeshift into his human self? That certainly would be interesting. I mean, he did do a little bit of shapeshifting in Crystallized, right? He shapeshifted down to his 2-arm form. Maybe that was him trying to get one step closer to his human self. Not sure if he could completely, you know, transform into like a Sensei Garmadon again, but that's certainly an interesting thing to think about. Is the series canon? Yep, it is confirmed to be canon. Taking place after March of the Oni, but before Crystallized. So it is worth reading. It is a part of the canon, even though Crystallized and the Garmadon comic kind of disagreed of what Garmadon was up to. Tommy Andreasen recently confirmed that yes, this comic is canon. So you guys might want to check this out when you can. This one I like quite a bit, representing that famous scene during Season 2 where Garmadon creates the Mega Weapon. That's going in the perfect tier for me. I love how this cover looks. I like Garmadon just standing there with the Mega Weapon in front of all the snakes, just, you know, asserting his dominance, T-posing over all the snakes. I don't know. I like this cover a lot. I like the Mega Weapon, even though it never really appeared in the comic. You know, obviously this is a reference to an older episode or an older event. I like it. I like it quite a bit. He created the giant ham sandwich shortly after. True. Did I miss much while I threw up? Hopefully you're good, man. I mean, throwing up is never fun. But no, you didn't really miss much. All you missed was, I don't know where you left off, but we ranked a couple more covers. So, there you go. Hope you're feeling better. That doesn't sound fun. Imagine Garmadon looks at a picture of him as a human and turns into that form, and Lloyd walks in, sees him, and hugs him. That'd be a sweet moment. That'd be cute. I would love that. Maybe that could be something that we see in 2023. Maybe Garmadon's powers will develop a little bit more. Maybe he can shapeshift all the way to his human form. That'd be a sweet moment. I would love to see that. That would make me cry for sure. That's a really cool idea. That's awesome. I hope that actually happens. Next up, I'm not really sure what's going on with this cover. It doesn't really have a logo on it, so I'm not really sure if this is a cover, but I guess we'll just rank it like it is a cover, because why not? I like this one. I'll say pretty good. I'll put it at the top of the pretty good tier. Again, not really sure if this is a cover though, because there's no logo. There's no, like, I don't know what's going on there. But it does have Kai in the blade instead of Lloyd. But I kind of like the colors on this one a little bit more. It's kind of the same as this, but maybe a little bit more dynamic, dare I say. And I like how Kai is in the blade here instead of Lloyd. I don't know why, but I just think that makes a little bit more sense. Who's to say? Just my opinion though. I'll put that in the pretty good tier. I just like the colors a lot more. The background brings out the red in Garmadon's eyes. There you go. Put on my artist glasses here. Oh boy. Watch the Guardian special. Loved it. I loved it too. It's pretty good. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that special is a 10 out of 10. Perfect special. It was short. It was to the point. It was funny. It was amazing. I loved the Guardian special. If you guys haven't seen it, feel free to check it out. So... just thought of a scene where a shape-shifting villain becomes human Garmadon, gains the ninja's trust just to be betrayed, while Lloyd gets his deserved Oni form battle. That's certainly not a bad idea either. Would love to see something like that go down too. That's an interesting scenario. I could see that playing out. Like the color, or it has more color variety with the sun there. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot more than this one. That's for sure. It's kind of like night and day here. Like this one's really good. This one's just kind of like, it's decent. It's all right. Back in chat, got Subway. Cool. Subway's pretty cool. I know Kat doesn't like Subway, but we won't tell her about it. That'll be a secret. This one, I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this one. I'll say meh for this one too. I'll put it above this one though. I do like how Mogra is like front and center there in the background, but I don't know. I'm not a huge. I don't know what's wrong with this one. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like not appreciating it enough, but I'm not a huge fan of that cover. It just looks kind of bland and boring to me. I do like there's a little battle going on here between Garmadon and the girl whose name I can't remember, but whose name I probably should remember. I like Mogra in the background, but I think there's better covers out there, if I'm being honest. So not a huge fan of that one. Might watch the stream later, though. I'm not sure if Kat watches the streams. Maybe she does. I don't know. If you're watching this from the future, Kat, we totally didn't get Subway. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Let's see. This one, another one of these covers. I like the green background, but it's kind of like on the same playing field as this one with the blue background. So I'll put them next to each other there. Yeah, they're okay. Not a huge fan of these covers, though. These ones kind of seem a little bit too simplistic in my opinion, but hey, that's just my opinion at the end of the day. This one though is amazing. Perfect tier. In fact, I will be putting that above all the other ones. That's the best one that we've had so far. Love how that looks there. Nice angle down the middle there with two sides of Garmadon there. The side that he is and the side that he maybe desires to be. If you guys have read the comic, you know what's up. But I love that cover. Nice color as well, showing the two sides of the same coin. I think that looks incredible. Definitely the best one that we've had so far. There you go. I will drink a water to that. There we go. Then Lloyd can realize no matter what, his dad's his dad, no matter what form he takes. That helps Garmadon to see more good and shapeshift into his human form. Yeah, it's a sweet message. I like that quite a bit, actually. I think Crystallize kind of played with that a little bit, but I feel like, yeah, they could have gone a little bit more in depth with that and those feelings, you know? I think that's an awesome way of looking at it. See, this is what I want for 2023. I hope stuff like this happens. Fingers crossed for that, man. This one. What's going on with this one? It's kind of like an old-timey black and white one, kind of like what you'd see on like an ancient scroll, perhaps. I do kind of like that. I think it's a little bit more creative than some of these other ones, so I'll put it in pretty good. Honestly, I'll put that right there. It's not my favorite. I kind of wish it had color, but the black and white does kind of help it stand out and be a little bit more unique. So I'll say pretty good for this guy. Not really too shabby there. Yeah, pretty good. I'm happy with that ranking right there. So I don't know. I haven't seen that one before. So my goodness. Moving down the line, we have this one. Evil Garmadon with his nunchucks, or the nunchucks of lightning from the flashback sequence. I like this one. I'll say pretty good behind this cover right here. I like this one because it shows the younger Garmadon, you know, when he was fully corrupted during that epic battle with Master Wu. I didn't mind this cover when I saw it for the first time, and I still don't mind it now. I like how he has the nunchucks of lightning. You guys ever realize that? Like, or think about how Garmadon wielded the sword and the nunchucks, but Wu wielded the scythe and the shurikens during that battle? I wonder if that meant anything. Are those weapons kind of like corrupted now? Surely not, but I think the nunchucks of lightning, I think they fit with Garmadon a lot, especially younger Garmadon. So I'll say pretty good for that cover. Can't really go too wrong with that one. I also like how the logo is blue, because blue is my favorite color, by the way. It also has a nice contrast with the nunchucks. So I'll say pretty good for this one. This cover is perfect. I love this cover a lot, actually. I love this cover so much. In fact, this is my favorite cover so far. I'll say it's better than that one. A little bit simplistic, sure, but I love the scene of Garmadon just riding on top of the bear, the larger bear in the background, again, whose name I can't remember, but whose name I probably should remember, and all the other bears in the background. I love how this looks. Garmadon looks so happy there. I love his hair. I love his sword. He looks great. Love that cover. That's easily my favorite Garmadon cover thus far. Wu is as solid as earth and as moldable as ice. That's a fair way of looking at it. Maybe Garmadon's a little bit too chaotic, like fire or lightning. Could see that. Lokita forever. I mean, Lloyd and Akita is not a bad ship. I do support that one as well. What are we doing? We are doing a Garmadon covers tier list. We have a few more to rank. This is what we've ranked so far. I like it. Gonna be leaving peace. All right, Lily, thanks for being here. Hope to see you again on the stream real soon. Garmadon owes Lloyd a lifetime of birthday cards. Yeah, that's true. I feel like we'll see Garmadon try to make up for a lot of his, shall we just say, absences during Lloyd's life. Maybe in 2023 we'll see him try to make up for those. I don't know. Who's really to say? I think they could totally play with that storyline a little bit. This cover is really, really good. Representing Garmadon and Lloyd's iconic battle during Season 8. That's going in the perfect tier, but do I like it more than Yeah, I'll say it's going to go right there. Third place. I like this cover a lot. Garmadon and Lloyd attacking each other. The art style is beautiful here. Again, just recreating that epic moment from Sons of Garmadon where the two fought for real for the first time in a long time. Good stuff there. Definitely going in the perfect tier for my opinion. I think that's going to be a pretty popular cover among the Ninjago community. I have no son. However, I do have a plant. His name is Christopher, and isn't he cute? Isn't he awesome? He's way better than the son that I don't have, totally. Oh, man. I love Garmadon. One of my favorite characters for sure. But I love that cover. It's awesome. Like the colors, like how angry they both look. It's a great cover. This one right here, another one of these. I don't know where to put this one. Let's put it right there. I don't know. Not a huge fan of these covers personally. Like they're okay, but I don't know. I do kind of like how they show like the progression of Garmadon's forms. Like you got this one, you got this one, that one, and that one. Kind of shows the evolution of Garmadon, that's for sure. But I don't know. This one's just all right. I'm not a huge fan of those covers, like I said. So, you know, it do be what it do be. My brother said if that I were in the Ninjago, I'd be Lloyd because I have anger issues like him. Does Lloyd have anger? I mean, I guess so, right? I mean, I wouldn't consider Lloyd to be like an angry person. I mean, sure, he lashes out sometimes, especially in the Oni trilogy. But to be fair, you could just, you know, blame that on, oh, he's just going through Green Ninja puberty or whatever. You know, he's like he's getting a deeper voice. He's a little bit more angsty than usual. You know, like a normal teenager would be, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know if Lloyd has anger issues though. I don't think I'd go that far. Garmadon dying in crystallized sun. Remember that I love Christopher. Yeah, those would be his dying words for sure. And then Lloyd would be like, all right, cool. You're not dying. These three, I remember there was like a vote for these three, you know, to figure out which one would be the actual cover of whatever issue this was for. On Lego.com, you could take a vote for which one of these three you actually liked the most. I will reveal which one I voted for right now, and that is this one. I think this is the best of the three, and it's one of my favorite covers. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's better than this bear one. Look at that. I just like the bears. I like the imagery with the bears. I like how Garmadon interacts with them. I love their significance to this story. I will say perfect tier for this one. Love the colors, love the forest, love the large bear creeping over the background. That is that's an amazing cover right there. That's the one that I voted for. Unfortunately, that one didn't win, and this one won, which is still, it's decent, but it's not like, oh, I feel like it's a little bit too chaotic, you know. I do like how it looks though. Garmadon's kind of like going berserk in it. Not too bad. I'll put it in the pretty good tier actually, above the above this one. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it. But this one is so much better, man. This one is so much better than this one. I wish this one would have won, but it was this one. And this one is, yeah, not great. I'm going to put this one in the meh section. A little bit too busy. All the important characters are on there, but there's not really any type of coherent blend of the characters. They're just kind of all there, and it doesn't really look all that great to me. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say this one's better than these. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. So that'll pretty much do it for my ranking of the Garmadon comic covers. We ended up getting none in the terrible section, which is good. Like I said, I don't think there's a terrible cover for this series. I think they're all pretty good in their own way, but the perfect tier, man, those covers are amazing, especially this one. I love this one a lot. Probably my favorite cover. I wish it would have won for whatever issue it was going to be for, but you know, it is what it is at the end of the day, and that'll pretty much do it for my Garmadon ranking. Not sure if I'm going to be posting this as a video, but I might if I ever want to make like a simple video. Maybe I'll come back and clip this and edit it together, make it a video. But, you know, that's my ranking. Let me know what you think in the chat, and we will continue on from here. Great tier. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm happy with how this looks. I'm happy with this ranking. I think the Garmadon covers overall have been amazing. A couple of stinkers, but, you know, they're not like that bad. Could be a lot worse. Like I said, I'm not putting anything in terrible. I don't think any of these deserve to be in terrible. Let's see. No Cat again. No, Cat's still sleeping. She came in here before the stream started and was like, you know, I want to be here, but I'm still really tired. And it's like, yeah, no big deal. Go to bed. Understandable. Gotta head out. All right, Jose, thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you again real soon. Got COVID? Oh, man, that's not great. Hope you feel better. But with that being said, let's go ahead and switch things over to our regularly scheduled stream here, since the tier list is over. There we go. So if you guys want to hang out for a bit, you guys totally could. We have a couple more minutes, or a lot of more minutes left in the stream, actually, not just a couple. We've only been streaming for like 42 minutes. So we still got some time if you guys want to hang out, ask some questions and stuff. Dang, you're almost 30 years old. I know, right? I'm so old. I'm gonna die soon, man. Tell Kat we miss her. Will do. I'll pass around the happy messages. I told her yesterday, and she's like, "Oh, they're so sweet." It's like, yeah, I agree. My stream audience is awesome. Garmer Daddy, too petty for any of them to be put, or too pretty for any of them to be put in terrible. Very true. Yeah, I would not rank Garmadon as terrible in any way, shape, or form. He is a very beautiful boy. Tell Kat her health is more important than the stream. Same goes for you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I like to be here on stream whenever I can, but some days, man, I'm just not feeling it, and I appreciate you guys being super understanding about that, especially with Kat. Like, she works a lot. She works really hard, so the more sleep that she can get, I'd say the better for her. So I'm glad that you guys are super understanding about that. I want to borrow my cane when you turn 30. Perfect. Yeah. I'm going to get one of those walkers with the tennis balls on them. That's been my dream walker for quite some time. Looks amazing. When I get really old, I want to do that. I want to be an owner of one of those things. Ugh. There we go. Favorite Ninjago set and minifigure. Ooh, favorite Ninjago set? I'm going to go with I'll still say the movie Bounty. I think that's still the best one. Ninjago City Gardens gets close, but my favorite Ninjago minifigure, I'm going to say the Golden Lloyd from Season 2 with the kimono. I like that one quite a bit. The original Golden Ninja. That's a great figure in my opinion. And good news, it goes for pretty cheap. So if you ever lose yours or break yours, you can find it online for pretty cheap, because that thing's actually been in a lot of sets. So, did you see my Harumi theory? I did not, but if you want to type it in the chat, I'd be glad to read it. I don't think I've seen that just yet, though. Try to come to stream, but on Mondays I can only join at the end of stream because I have tumbling. Yeah, it's totally fine. Like I said many times now, I mean, you guys have your own lives, and that's totally understandable. If you guys, even if you guys don't want to be here on stream for any day, that's totally understandable. Don't prioritize the streams over your own lives. Everybody's got other stuff going on. That's more important than us on the stream. So you got, and like I said, the streams will always be here when you get back. So if you want to watch them, feel free to do that. When I'm at the cane age, hoping to use a traditional Irish cane. That's awesome. Sounds amazing. Yeah, I'm still banking on that walker. I think that's going to be awesome. Let's see. Have to go too. Life sucks. Hey, no worries. Hope to see you again real soon. Yeah, sometimes life, it gets in the way, but keep on keeping on. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Starting my first job this Thursday morning. Ooh, exciting. I remember when I started my first job, I was really nervous. And actually, I worked my first day, and I hated it. I wanted to quit when I came home, but, I was like, you know what? No, I'm committed to this. And I ended up working at that place for about 5 more years. So, true story. There you go. Can't believe that you're a super jacked star athlete. That's what you're known for, of course. Oh, yeah, I mean, obviously that's all we're doing on this channel. I'm giving you guys like tutorials on how to play hockey. We're setting up like basketball hoops in the backyard, and we're like, dunking them or whatever. We're running track. Yeah, totally. That's what we're doing over here. Absolutely. What's the tier list for? We actually did a tier list not too long ago. We actually just got done with it. So rewind the stream if you want to check out the tier list. We ranked all of the Garmadon comic covers. Season 13 picks. Also, I'm getting the Dojo Temple and Nia's Season 16 mech for my birthday. Hey, 2 really good sets. 2 really good sets. I got them both here, actually. The Dojo Temple's up on that top shelf. You guys can't see, but I'm pointing at it. And the Samurai X mech is right here on the desk. Here, I will smack it with a ruler quick. You guys hear that? Yeah, that's the Samurai X mech getting smacked with a ruler. 2 really good sets. Awesome. Gotta head out too. See ya. All right, Fix a Brick Studios. I'll see you again real soon. Hope you have a good one. Someone just sent a text to our group chat. Don't know what that's about. All right, perfect. Do you think Lego Brawls is good? I actually haven't played Lego Brawls just yet. I played the demo on PC when it came out, but I haven't actually played the Switch version. I'm going to save that for stream on Friday this week. So then I'll actually go ahead and, play it on stream for the first time, react to it along with you guys. I think that could be fun. Mario movie trailer. Yeah, I mean, pretty decent, right? I gotta rewatch it again, though, because I feel like I missed a lot of it because I was like half asleep when I watched it. So I'm gonna rewatch it after stream, and I'll tell you guys officially what I think tomorrow. But I thought it looked pretty good. I'm looking forward to that movie. I've been playing Mario games ever since I was a little kid, so I'm looking forward to this one. I hope it's gonna be good, though, because if it sucks, that would not be... Oh my god, that'd be one of the biggest disappointments of the year. That's for sure. Kind of a funny story that happened at tumbling. We had a substitute. She was the same age as me and shorter than me. And the kid there who are like 10, 15, 14, I'm the oldest there, were like that. Yeah, I mean, that was always really weird too. We had that happen, I think, one time in one of my earliest college classes. One of the professors had a sub, and the sub was like the same age as all the rest of us. It was really awkward because we're like, okay, do we listen to you? Do you have authority over us? I mean, surely you do because you're technically the teacher for the day, but it just felt weird. I can kind of relate to that story, not gonna lie. Let's see. Have I heard about the Lego themed Knights Kingdom? It's so cool and underrated. I think I know what you're talking about, but let's go ahead and take a look, just so we're on the same page here. Knights Kingdom Lego. I think I know what you're talking about. Yep, these guys. All right. This was like Bionicle before Bionicle, right? Take a look at these guys. Knights Kingdom. Buildable action figures, kind of like what Hero Factory Bionicle would become one day. Yeah, those are interesting looking. I don't have any of those myself, but you know, you have the boys here. Here's Jay, here's Zane, Lloyd, Kai, and Cole. We got the whole squad here. Look at that. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of opinions on this series because I never got any of the sets, but they do look interesting. So, Priya Bionicle CCBS. I could have sworn they were like mainly like brick built stuff there, but I could be wrong. Like I said, I never actually got any of these sets. Oh yeah, here, look at this. Here's a good example. Here's a good example of how these guys are built. Okay, so this guy is clearly the bestest guy ever. He's got a scorpion on his shield. Yeah, you can kind of see how they're built there using those joints, bricks on top. When did these come out? Was it before Bionicle? Or was it around the same time? Surely it would probably have been around the same time, right? But yeah, that's Knights Kingdom for you. Another ancient Lego theme that existed out there somewhere in the cosmos. Maybe it'll return one day, who knows, I don't know. Poor Nia, no night for her. Oh, unfortunately, yeah. 2004? Oh, yeah, so that was well into Bionicle's lifespan. Interesting. I wonder if they ever had this as like a competition to Bionicle, It's like, no wonder it never really lasted. Because why would it? What would you rather buy, a Bionicle or a Lego Knight? It's like the same reason why CCBS died out in the modern day. Interesting. Let's see. Nexo Knights is the same name, I think. Nexo Knights and Knights Kingdom are a little bit different. Let's look at Nexo Knights quick. Surely a lot of you guys remember Nexo Knights a little bit more than Knights Kingdom, I'd say, because Nexo Knights is fairly recent. Did it last as long as Ninjago? Absolutely not. But it was still pretty decent for what it was, I do like how they did some things a little bit differently. For example, probably my favorite thing ever, the red character is not the main character. Instead, the blue guy is the main character. Look at that guy. And then the red character, I like her. She's pretty cool. This dude, Richie Rich Boy, the Green Ninja, and then Craig from the Neverrealm back there in a suit of armor. I didn't mind Nexo Knights as a concept. I thought it was interesting, combining the past and the future, all that good stuff. I thought it was interesting. Never really got into it though. I watched a few episodes of the show, bought maybe a handful of sets, but yeah, Nexo Knights never really fully captured my attention, Maybe I'll rewatch it one day or watch the entire series. Same deal with Chima. I've only seen a couple of episodes of that show. But the sets were pretty cool for Chima. I didn't mind those. Suits and the helmets are actually pretty cool. Yeah, some of the builds too are awesome. Like the I always say the rolling castle was a lot of fun. See if I can find a picture of that really quick, because that thing was fantastic. Ooh, Amazon has it in stock. I wonder. Oh, okay, all right, alrighty, understandable. Let's see. Yeah, it's $300 on Amazon, brand new. But that is the castle right there. I love how that looks. I love the rolling castle on treads. This was a cool set. Never got this one, but this was always just kind of like on my radar. Maybe I would get it, but, you know, never ended up grabbing it. But this probably would have been a really cool set. I don't know if any of you guys had this one, but this set looks really cool to me. One of my favorite designs from Nexo Knights, for sure. Just my opinion. Chima was better. Hot take. Ooh, interesting. Why don't we run a poll really quick? What was better, Nexo Knights or Chima? I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about this. What was better, Chima or Nexo Knights? Ultimately, you know, we all know that Ninjago prevailed, and at the end it was the last one standing. No surprise there. But in terms of like Chima or Nexo Knights, what do you think was better as a theme overall? No idea what's better. Yeah, me neither. From what I've seen, I will say I'm kind of leaning a little bit more towards Nexo Knights, but Chima was certainly an interesting concept. You know, like the animal worlds. I loved some of the sets for Chima, but Nexo Knights, I think that was just a little bit more my speed, if that makes sense. Chima scared me as a kid. Chima had some pretty gnarly designs, though, I will say, especially when they introduced the zombie ice people. Like some of those designs were pretty crazy looking. Ice, I don't even know what to look. Ice animals, sure. I don't even know what to type in. But some of them were pretty interesting looking. Like here, yeah, here's a pretty good example. Oh, never mind. That picture is really small for some reason. There we go. This is a little bit better. I like these guys, the ice guys. They have like some interesting textures going on here, and it's obvious that they're kind of like zombies. You can see like some skin and bones kind of peeking through some of these guys. Really, really mature designs for a Lego theme, I'd say. Yeah, a little bit scary though. I can see why people would be scared of this. It is a little creepy looking at the end of the day, especially the minifigures where you could take like the animal helmets off and they would have like regular heads underneath. That was certainly a choice. But, you know, I like the ice guys. The whole fire versus ice thing, I think, went on for a little bit too long. But, you know, it is what it is. Ultimately, Chima would never have another series after that. And we all know what happened to Chima. Rest in spaghetti, never forgetty. But what's really cool, a Lego theme that I really liked, aside from Ninjago. You guys know this, but there's one other Lego theme that I loved just as much as Ninjago when it was coming out. That, of course, being, if I could find a picture here, a really good picture to represent the entire theme. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Hero Factory. Yeah, you know what's up. There we go. This is the big beefy boy, Stormer XL. Love this set. Still have it to this day. It's in the bin down here. Maybe I'll rebuild it one fateful rainy day. But Hero Factory was awesome, man. Hero Factory was where it was at. Unfortunately, Hero Factory went out in a really weak manner, and I will never forgive Lego for ending it the way that they did. But Hero Factory, that was like one of my favorite themes aside from Ninjago. They were kind of running at the same time back when Hero Factory was still relevant. But Hero Factory, oh, chef's kiss. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was kind of like Bionicle, but, you know, here's a hot take for you. Here, come a little closer. I'm going to tell you my hot take regarding Hero Factory. It's better than Bionicle. What? Did he just say that it was better than Bionicle? Yes, I like Hero Factory more than Bionicle. Take that, Bonkles. I mean, Bonkles are cool and all, but Hero Factory... Oh, man. I might be a hot take, but Hero Factory, in my opinion, was leagues better than Bionicle. Just my quick opinions on that, though. Like, there's my Lego hot take for the day. For some reason, want to see Hero Factory. It's pretty easy to find the episodes online. I'd recommend checking them out if you can, especially Savage Planet and Breakout. Both of those episodes are pretty cool. So, see you guys. Got to leave now. Okay, prime time. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you again on the streams real soon. Why don't we end off our Chima versus Nexo Knights poll? Nexo Knights has won there. Beautiful. Yeah, I'd say Nexo Knights too. I agree with that. Have I heard of Lego Exoforce? It was Lego anime. Yeah, let's take a look at Lego Exoforce quick, because those minifigures were pretty crazy looking. I remember back in like first grade, some of my classmates had these sets, and I was like, what is going on there? These guys look weird. But yeah, for those that don't know, this was Lego Exoforce. I think this was relevant in maybe 2006, 2005, somewhere around there. As you can see, the entire theme was just mechs and stuff, and we had some anime people as the lead protagonists. So there you go. In fact, if you want to take a closer look at the anime figures, oh man, they were definitely something. Look at this guy. I don't know this guy's name, I don't know his story, but he certainly is an anime character as a Lego minifigure. Looking like he's straight out of Yu-Gi-Oh! There you go. Yeah, I didn't mind Exoforce, but I never actually got any of those sets either. Exoforce, I almost said Nexoforce. Exoforce was a little bit before my time as a Lego fan, though. I got into Lego around maybe 2008, 2009, around that era. Exoforce was kind of like a little bit out of the question by the time I became like an official Lego fan. I got into Lego primarily with Lego Space Police. Really cool theme as well. In fact, my first Lego set of all time, or my very first Lego set was a Space Police set. This guy right here, the Squidman Escape. Have it to this day, or I don't have the original one, but I bought a new copy on Mercari not too long ago and built it back up. Reminded me of my childhood. But yeah, Space Police was where it was at for me. That's where it all started. Then, Hero Factory came out the next year. Ninjago came out the year after, and that pretty much sealed my fate as a Lego fan. So, it came out the year I was born. Yeah, I mean, Exoforce was old, man. Exoforce was a pretty old Lego theme. But Space Police, that was amazing. That and Power Miners. I had one Power Miner set when I was younger. See if I can find that one. It was the one where they had the lava monster and, yeah, this one right here, the water mech thing. The magma mech, as it's called, I guess. This one. I had this set back in the day. This mech. It was really cool. I liked it. Not sure what happened to that minifigure, but I still have the little rock dude. He's in the bin of spare parts. But this guy, I don't know where he went. Your guess is as good as mine. But that mech is pretty interesting. You can kind of see similar build techniques coming from like the Knights Kingdom stuff that we looked at earlier. Not too bad of a mech right there. I like how that looks overall. But yeah, Power Miners, Space Police, that was like my gateway drug, if you will, into the world of Lego. And then, like I said, Hero Factory came out, Ninjago came out, and I was just kind of, hooked at that point. So there's my quick little origin story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Thanks Space Police for this stream. I mean, yeah, if it wasn't for Space Police, I probably would not have gotten into Lego, meaning I probably would not have been here today. So Space Police, I tip my hat to you, kind sir or madam. Thank you for getting me into Lego. A set that I really wanted, and I still kind of want to this day from Space Police, is the Galactic Enforcer. Never got that set when I was younger, but I always wanted it, and even to this day, I still want to see if I can find it for a pretty reasonable price someday, because this thing is pretty epic looking. This isn't the best picture, but you get the idea. Big spaceship, big Galactic Enforcer, looks awesome. Always liked the look of this set, always wanted this set, but unfortunately, it was always just a little bit too expensive, and I never ended up getting it. But maybe one day I'll go back and get this set and finally relive my childhood dreams and desires. But I never ended up getting that set, unfortunately. It's kind of like how I felt about the Epic Dragon Battle set for Ninjago. Never got that set, but I got it recently, or at least I got the Ultra Dragon, and it's awesome. So maybe I'll go back one rainy day and purchase the Galactic Enforcer, if I can find it for a reasonable price, that is. Can I make a video ranking Ninjago posters? That'd be a cool idea. We kind of did something like that a while ago with Kat, I think, where she kind of like guessed the plot based on the poster. But I wouldn't be opposed to like doing like a tier list, like ranking all the season posters or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. There are definitely some Ninjago posters that are amazing and some that are not so great. That is for sure. Been watching you for a little while now. Big fan. Keep it up. Hey, thanks for the kind words. Glad you've been enjoying the content. You guys are so nice. I don't deserve you guys. You guys are the best. I have the best audience on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. That is for sure. Have I seen the anime Romantic Killer? I have not. I don't recognize the name, but maybe I will recognize what it looks like if I look it up. Romantic Killer anime. I do not. No, I don't recognize this. Might need to check it out. If it's good, that is. It's been a minute since I've actually watched like an anime front to back, like an older one. I've been watching like some of the recent stuff, but It is what it is. Have I heard of Lego Ultra Agents? It was good. Yeah, Ultra Agents comes from a couple of other lines of Lego Agents themes. There was a couple Lego Agents themes way back when. Ultra Agents is just kind of like the most recent example of that. Like see right here, we have some different agent stuff right here. We have Agents 2.0 somewhere in here, but Ultra Agents, that was that's the most recent one. Some of Ninjago's Elemental Masters actually came from Ultra Agents as well. Like for example here, for those that don't know, if I could find a good example, let's look up the invisible one. Yep, here we go. This set right here is Invisible Gold Getaway, and it includes the Invisible Man from Ninjago Season 4 and other things. So, yeah, Ultra Agents introduced a couple of Elemental Masters, Invisible Man and Tox. This minifigure also goes for a lot on the secondhand market, just because so many Ninjago fans are after it, just because he is an Elemental Master. So, you know, but that's that. Kind of weird how Ninjago decided to do that, but there's a little bit of a fun trivia fact for the day. Some of the Elemental Masters were originally not from Ninjago. Fantastic. Can I make a tier video for every mech ever made for Ninjago? I think we did that a while ago, didn't we? Didn't we rank like every mech? I do want to make like an updated top 10 list of my top 10 favorite mechs. That'll be coming at some point here soon, especially in the month of December. I want to make some more top 10 lists and stuff. I do have some plans for December 1st that I'm going to be working on tonight, not involving videos or anything like that, but in terms of top 10 lists, more of those will be coming in December. Going to try to focus a lot more on those in December. So, funny little Ultra Agent story. So for the app to play, you needed app bricks from the sets. Figured out a way to use it with just positioning the figures somehow as a 7-year-old. That's pretty cool. I will say I was never a huge fan of like the of how hard Lego was trying to, you know, appeal to the modern market of kids. You know, everything has to be digital. Everything needs an app connection. I don't know. I kind of, maybe I'm old fashioned, but you know, I'm just kind of like, back in my day, we just had to play with the toys. We didn't need to get no app. You know how it is, but. You know, like Hidden Side had that too. Lego Hidden Side had that whole connectivity thing as well. The Super Mario sets now have that connectivity too. I understand the appeal, but I feel like Lego was trying a little bit too hard with that, especially back when they were first introducing that kind of stuff. But that's just me. Hot take: Ninjago is better than the MCU. I'd say that's about right. Like the MCU has some cool stuff, but you know, Ninjago I think has just been more solid, especially in recent years. But you know. That's just my opinion. Hidden Side had good sets, but the app was weak. Understandable. Yeah, I never really got into Lego Hidden Side, to be honest with you. I liked the look of some of the sets, but, you know, they weren't really, not really my cup of tea. $4.99 donation from Dead Not Alive. My dad used to super glue my sets together because they always fell apart. What are your thoughts on that big brain power? So your dad was Will Ferrell from the Lego movie. Always gluing the sets together. I mean, I get why Lego would not be like an appealing toy for like a parent that's a little bit impatient, you know, because yeah, the Lego sets will fall apart all the time, and the kid will always come back to you, hey dad, can you rebuild this for me? My Preston Stormer fell apart again. Oh heavens. And then, you know, eventually, yeah, I would just glue them all together too. But at the same time, that kind of defeats the purpose of Lego, you know, the ability to take it apart, rebuild it however you want, build it into something else. So I personally don't glue Lego sets. I never have glued a Lego set before. But I can understand why, as a parent, that would not be a bad option. So yeah, big brain strat right there for sure. Dead Not Alive. Thank you very much for the $4.99 donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, if I were a parent, I might resort to that too. I don't know. That goes for like any toy as well, not just Lego, because a lot of toys will fall apart pretty easily. Your goal is to get your child something that will not fall apart.
Would
so.
not want you to do this, brother.
Just get them a brick, like a toy truck or something. I don't know. But thank you, Dead Not Alive. I appreciate that. So, what time is it here? We are almost ready to head out for today, I think. So why don't we go ahead and answer maybe one more question before we wrap up today's stream. Maybe we can get one more question in the chat before we call her quits for today. Ooh, posted the theory after your last live stream. Tell me what you think. I will be sure to check that out. I'll see if I can find it in the comment section. Let's see. Did you know that clutch powers didn't originate from Ninjago? I did. There's a little bit of a memory lane we can go down quick before we wrap up the stream. The Clutch Powers movie, ladies and gentlemen, came out in 2010 and was a cinematic masterpiece. It broke box office records. It beat Avatar at the box office for sure. And it was advertised as the first Lego movie on DVD, despite that technically not being a true claim, because Bionicle had a couple of movies at that point. But yeah, Clutch Powers, the movie. We've talked about this a lot on stream. It's a legendary film. If you guys have not seen The Adventures of Clutch Powers, would totally recommend. And this Clutch Powers right here is infinitely better than the abomination that attempted to be Clutch Powers in the Ninjago series. So with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much do it for my thoughts regarding the Clutch Powers movie, and that'll pretty much wrap it up for today's stream. Ladies and gents, we stream Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 Central, daily updates on the community tab, all that fun stuff. So feel free to check out the community tab at any point in time if you so desire. And why don't we go ahead and wrap things up here for the lovely stream. Ooh, I want to answer this one quick, though. Hero Factory question. Should I buy Speed Demon or Black Phantom? I'd go Black Phantom. He was one of my personal favorite sets. Speed Demon, he was okay. He had the motorcycle, but that gimmick only took him so far. I'd say Black Phantom's the better set for sure. But thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Let's go ahead and drop some hugs in the chat. I will put some in there as well for you guys. Thank you all so much for being here for today's stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I sure had fun with this one, so hopefully you guys did as well. There are some hugs for you. Thank you so much for being here. We will be back again tomorrow, same time, same place for another stream. Be there or be a square. Not going to switch it up on you guys today. I'm going to be a little bit nice today. Could have said be a circle, but I'm going to save that for the Friday stream, I think. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll talk to you guys again really soon. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I'll see you again real soon. Peace.